Dear students, greetings to all. In this module, we'll begin with a new chapter of biology, chapter 8, How Do Organisms Reproduce? The most probable question which comes to our mind is why do organisms need to basically reproduce? Reproducing organisms create new individuals that look very much like themselves. Thus, reproduction is an essential process which helps in perpetuation of generation. It helps in the continuation of species generation after generation. Talking about the organisms which are born from the parent, the mother, are similar to their parents because their body designs are similar. That means like begets like. So, when we can basically refer it to as like begets like. It means that similar organisms give rise to similar offsprings. For example, dog will bear puppies, cat kittens, the Homo sapiens will parturiate fetus. If the body designs are to be similar, the blueprint also need to be similar. That means that DNA, which is carrying the genetic information, because DNA controls the transmission of characters from the parent to the offspring. Reproduction involves making copies of the blueprints of the body design. Our body, because we are eukaryotic, it consists of millions of cells. So there are many cells which are present. Cells organize together to form tissues. The cell comprises of the important organelle, that is the brain of the cell, which is referred to as the nucleus. The genetic material, that is the DNA, is present in the nucleus. The genetic material, that is DNA, it is 2.2 meter long strand which is condensed and present in the nucleus. The DNA basically comprises of the sugar, phosphate and nitrogenous bases. The nitrogenous bases, that means A stands for adenine, T for thymine, G for guanine and C for cytosine. They form the ladder of the DNA and the a backbone is formed of sugar and the phosphate. So, the genetic material, the DNA, is the DNA which basically contains the information related to the characters which will get inherited in the offspring. Now the question arises that who holds our body design? This is a pictorial representation of a cell which has the nucleus. The nucleus contains the chromosome. In Homo sapiens, we are diploid and we have 23 pairs of chromosomes. Chromosomes comprise of the functional unit which are referred to as the genes. So if we take this to be the diagrammatic representation, the functional unit, the genes are present on the chromosome. The genes, they contain the information as they get expressed into proteins and control a particular specific characters. So we can see that the codons, that means a unit of 3 nucleic acids, ACT, encode for a particular protein. Thus, the genes, they control the expression of the characters in diploid organisms like us. The genes, they form an important part because they're the functional unit of the DNA. The DNA is present in the nucleus and it contains the information for making the proteins. So the DNA, they get expressed or they get converted into RNA. The genetic material, that is the DNA, which is double stranded, forms RNA, which is a single stranded moiety, which then expresses into proteins. So as can be seen from the diagrammatic representation, this is the double helical structure of DNA where the backbone is made up of sugar and phosphate, and between the nitrogenous bases is the presence of hydrogen bonds, that is double bond between A and T, adenine and thymine, and triple bond is seen between guanine and cytosine. A basic event in reproduction is the creation of DNA copies. So, when there is formation of offspring, the DNA undergoes replication. So, here the pink strand, which we can see, that's the template or the parental strand, and it produces the complementary strand, which are the new one, which are transmitted onto the offspring. Thus, the offspring has retained some of the characters of the parent, and some characters are new which are present in the offspring, because DNA replication is a semi-conservative process. Talking about the DNA copying, as can be seen in the diagram, the new cells which are produced, they have the genetic material which is obtained, which is retrieved from the parent. So DNA copying is accompanied by the creation of additional cellular apparatus. So here the DNA strand, it gets replicated so as to produce two new strands which are inherited onto the offspring. Why there is a need to create a copy of a DNA? Because that leads to variation. The DNA copying, it's not like asexual reproduction. Unlike asexual reproduction, where there is no mechanism of replication, the individuals which are produced, they are the clone of the parent. But here, the individuals produced by sexual reproduction, they have got some characters of the parent and some of their own. Thus, the process of sexual reproduction leads to variation. But then, it's not necessary that the variation will always be advantageous. They can also be lethal to the organism. So, the variation, it facilitates the process of better chances of survival of an individual because the environment is constantly changing. So the organism needs to bring about changes in itself in the form of variation. If the variations are introduced in the organism, that ensures better survival of the organism. Let us try to recall. A basic event in reproduction is the creation of DNA copy, which leads to variation. Creation of DNA copy produces variation. Variation ensures better survival of the organism as the environment keeps on changing. So, in this module, we had dealt with the introductory part related to Chapter 8, How Do Organisms Reproduce? Thank you for being a patient listener. Thank you.